know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Showing it.
Point it right. Pistol.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. A toss play to Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
7 yards there and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week. So pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll run with Kelly. And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Kelly, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, he'll be
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
23 yards the pick up there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Chubb on the counter. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Mark 56. Mark 56.
Hey, I want to learn.
Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Trubisky will throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Dallas.
On first down, it's Kelly, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. Maher was 6 of 7 from 50-plus as a 29-year-old rookie, including a Cowboy record 62-yarder, and he's able to knock this one through from distance as well.
Remember, 4 years in Canada, kicked in all kinds of conditions, gives a guy a lot of confidence coming to the NFL.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield down. They'll roll him out right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
36, 18.
Check 17.
Hold the look. Hold. Let's go. Here we go.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 19 and a first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Check 24. Check 24. Red.
They'll run on first down. Lockhart. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
Come again. Here I come again.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
You can't hang. Alert.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Hey, orbit.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield completing it to the right side. Johnson. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Mayfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number on the year. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
180. Hey, alert 33.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield dancing to his left. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A run for Nick Chubb. Gave a glimpse of his power that time, and then brought down at the 30. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 1st down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. Now Mayfield, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check, 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 check.
They run, Chubb, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 53, Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Go! Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. 18.
58, come on. 58, come on. Let's go, D.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go.
On first down, Trubisky. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And does the big boy have the juice? And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score from 17.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And now a carry here for the fullback. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine.
Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Crunch time, defense.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire...
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.